Hello YouTube and welcome back to Let's Play Bloons Tower Defense 6. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video and or streamed, and I'd like to apologize first for that. Not really sure what the reason is exactly, just kind of life stuff in general. But since I last updated, or since I last recorded a video, they updated the game to where I think it's a 2.0, which is pretty interesting. It seems like kind of a small update for it to be 2.0, but anyways, so they've added a new hero and they made a lot of quality of life changes, well, at least a lot of balance changes, which if you're interested in that sort of thing, you'll have to check out the actual website and the actual notes, because it's a whole bunch of towers have a lot of their abilities slightly tweaked and sometimes majorly changed, like the the Monkey Apprentice, or the Wizard Monkey, which I'll talk about if I ever use them again, but basically a bunch of changes that are worth noting if you play the game. If not, then it would probably just sound kind of boring, and plus I don't have the list in front of me and I have no idea, or I can't remember every single thing that they changed. Anyways, so I'm doing the daily challenge, which is Glue Gunner and Monkey Sub only on this map, which I kind of like the challenge, because I like using the Glue Gunner, which, I mean, as soon as I say that, I feel like I may have said the opposite in my last video or something. But I don't know, I like it. And this map in particular is very easy, because if you place a tower right there in the middle where the Glue Gunner is, then it basically has 3 chances to pop the balloons, which mostly basically triples its effectiveness. Not entirely, because obviously if it's a long stream of balloons, then when you're attacking it on the second or the third, then they're just going right by on the first and or second. So it doesn't exactly triple their efficiency, but hypothetically if I'm up against like a Moab or a BFB just on their own, like round 40 and 60, then it does essentially triple its efficiency. But anyways, so I've got the Glue Gunner there, and I don't know if they buffed it specifically from Bloons Tower Defense 5, or if it's always been this good. Well, also because of the Monkey Knowledge, that does essentially double its efficiency at the beginning of the game. Anyways, the Glue Gunner is really good, because it can pop balloons very efficiently with its upgrade, and because of the Monkey Knowledge, it already has an extra 1 balloon pierce, and then of course it can be upgraded to 2 balloon pierce, so technically 3. So that's really useful for the Glue Gunner. Plus, it has really good range for an unupgraded tower, which means that the Monkey Sub can use a lot of that range for its advanced intel, which is very useful. Even though for the most part in this game, well, because I have those 4 Glue Gunners spread out so that they can get a lot of the track covered for range reasons, I guess. So that the advanced intel can shoot anywhere on the map, mostly, at least in the first half of the map. But, you know, I tend to just focus, or the Monkey Sub tends to just have to shoot right around that circle area when it's right next to the Monkey Sub. So it doesn't really, or that first loop, I guess I should say. So it doesn't really have to worry too much about those first 3, well, those first 2 Glue Gunners. And of course, because I had to buy all those Glue Gunners and upgrade the Monkey Sub a little bit, I don't really have a ton of money yet. I mean, I'm only on round 16 so far, so it's not like I'm expected to have a Super Monkey or anything. But yeah, the Monkey Sub isn't upgraded too much. And I wanted to focus on making the middle Glue Gunner upgraded with corrosive glue, because that's the one that's going to be popping or gluing the most balloons. The other 3 right now, I don't think they're upgraded at all. Just because they're mostly being used for the range rather than for actual popping power. But don't worry, I'll fix that issue later. And then now I've got 2 Monkey Subs, and this one I'm actually giving the Submerge and Support, which it doesn't have to be submerged right now because there's no camo balloons yet. But I've always found it, like, not tedious, but it almost seems unnecessary or too much work to have to constantly submerge or unsubmerge the sub, depending on if there's camo balloons. Like, I'd rather just leave it submerged and then just not have to worry about it. And I did actually leak a couple balloons there, but because of my Magic Monkey knowledge, I'm able to, just take the hit and not worry about it. Another thing they added is the ability to turn off Monkey Knowledge, which is great for people who want that extra challenge of, playing a challenge like this, the daily challenge, without Monkey Knowledge. And if you guys feel strongly enough about it, I might try doing these daily challenges without the Monkey Knowledge. But then I will definitely not be able to guarantee a no life loss type of round, because some of them do get pretty tough. It almost offends me at how tough it is. But, Anyways, so I've upgraded those other 3 glue gunners to have corrosive glue as well, so that they can help out with the actual popping rather than just slowing down the balloons. And then, did I upgrade no, just regular submersion support for that second sub. But the first sub I'm actually upgrading with the airburst starts so that it has a lot better popping power. And of course I need those glue gunners to get rid of the lead, because I didn't go for that path. Because again, I'm not sure, it would take more testing that I've never done to determine whether or not the Monkey sub is better at popping Moabs on its tier 3, or like its 3rd path versus its 2nd path. Because I know the missiles do extra damage to Moab, but just the regular shots doing extra damage to Moab is pretty nice. Plus you get, in my opinion, better attack by doing the triple gun and the air burst versus just the barbed darts and the heated dart second melt lead or whatever. Because I've noticed that, as far as I can tell, whenever an upgrade allows you to pop lead, that's usually the only thing it does. Like, it doesn't increase your attack speed or range or anything, which is kind of lame in my opinion. I kind of wish it did upgrade more than that. But that's just me. So I now have the armor piercing rounds for the Monkey sub on round 37, so it's a little bit early for the round 40 Moab. And that is another interesting thing, how I was just talking about how I wish the hot shots also increased attack speed or something, but I'm pretty sure the extra Moab damage also doesn't increase the damage it does to regular balloons. Obviously, but it doesn't increase speed or range or anything like that. Anyways, I also I also purchased the Balloon Reactor, I believe it's called, for the second sub, the submerged one, so that it can actually help out with popping balloons as well, and not only revealing the camo or removing the camo layer on it. So there, I actually upgraded the first glue gunner, or the glue gunner closest to the beginning of the track, to have increased corrosiveness on its glue, because I knew that's going to be hitting the Moabs first, and I would like to be sure that it gets hit with that glue first, and it has more time to pop it, even though on normal balloons, that level of glue is pretty effective. I'm pretty sure that's the 2 times per second. So I mean, that's it. You've got red, blue, green, yellow, pink, then black and white, which are both at 6 layers. Zebra is 7, then rainbow 8. So it can pop a rainbow in 4 seconds, essentially. And because of the glue soak, it pops everything under it in also 4 seconds. So that's pretty good. The ceramic is 8 layers and then a rainbow or something like that. So that's basically 8 seconds that it has to deal with. But yeah. Anyways, so now I'm upgrading most of them with that 2 layers per second, just to make sure it's extra effective. And I could go for the glue splatter to make sure that they're popping all the balloons, or gluing all the balloons, I guess. But with 4 of them, I'm pretty sure all of the balloons are getting glued, or at least most of them. I don't want to spend 1,800 4 times to, that's, what is that, 7,400 or so? That's probably wrong, 7,200, I think, that I'd have to spend just to make 100% sure that I'm gluing all the balloons. But But I mean, as long as most of them are getting glued, and I have those monkey subs to help out with that, then that should be fine. And then I again upgraded that first glue gunner to the extra corrosiveness, which I don't remember what rate it glues or corrodes things. Because I think after the 2 times effectiveness or 2 times per second, it just says like it's extra dissolving or whatever. Like it doesn't actually say how fast it corrodes things, which is kind of lame. I kind of wish it did say. So I'm specifically focusing on the bottom left corner and the middle glue gunner, upgrading those 2 first, because the one in the middle, of course, has 3 times as much range, essentially because of how that works. Even though I don't usually need that much range, or I don't usually go through all 3 loops. And then, I don't know, did I just give him the glue splatter? I wasn't paying attention. Anyways, and then the bottom left corner glue gunner, I upgrade him first because he's the first one there. So it is, like I said earlier, good to have him popping balloons as fast as I can, I guess. And I do think it is useful against the Moab, but I mean, I also have those anti-Moab darts from the sub also taking them down, so that's nice. And then the Bloontonium reactor on top of a monkey sub is really good. Like, it just took down that wave of rainbows, like Rainbow Rush or whatever we're gonna call it, pretty easily. Like, I didn't really have to worry about using the glue gunner at all for that one, so that's a pretty strong tower. And for only 2,500, I think it was, it's not that expensive. That's pretty cool, which is why the 43,000 for its tier 5 to me seems a bit overpriced, because it doesn't really seem that much better, but I don't know, that's just me. And so round 59, in case anyone forgot, is the first camo lead round. And yeah, that Bloontonium reactor just demolished it. And then of course I've got all that glue on those Moabs and BFB, and ta-da! That was a pretty easy challenge. Only lost a couple lives, sort of, and oh, what's this? The video's not over yet, because there's a new track and a new hero, like I was mentioning earlier. So I felt like showing that off in a video, and I don't know, 12 minutes didn't really seem like a good enough length for a video. So this is the new track, and I was just taking a minute to sort of take it in and realize, okay, I can't place monkeys right there. I'm pretty sure if I can't place a dart monkey, I can't fit anything else. And I could see that, okay, that obstruction is something I could take down. I would probably want to place a sniper, but I don't know. And then I'm thinking, alright, Buccaneer. Since there's water, and the Buccaneer's got pretty decent range, I'm going to place it there. So the balloons come in from the side, and then it probably takes a while for me to actually show you, but they'll sort of crisscross 3 times, and then I'm pretty sure they go down the sides, but none of the balloons ever made it that far. Because, you know, it's on easy, and I've got monkey knowledge. Not that any of the monkey knowledge is in the military camp, so, or military branch, so it doesn't actually help that Buccaneer that much. Really the only monkey knowledge that helps it is, or that's like helping this scenario, is the extra starting cash from the primary monkeys and the monkey knowledge health shield, I guess, is really the only monkey knowledge helping him there. But again, it is on easy, so the balloons, I'm pretty sure the balloons move slower. I always read when they said that on like the helpful hints or whatever, but I never really paid attention to it. Like, I never noticed that they go any faster or slower. So yeah, I don't know. And then I feel like I should probably just speed this up because, well, I'm not going to, because I'm already recording commentary and I'd have to like stop the recording and speed it up and then start the recording over again. But anyways, just because it's probably just a lot of waiting, because the Buccaneer, I think, I don't know, it doesn't have camo detection yet, but it's going to have camo detection. And I don't really need to worry about lead because I'm saving up to get the tank hero, which is, I don't want to say a disappointment. Like, it's a pretty strong hero, and it is nice to have another hero, but I was kind of hoping for a tank tower, because then that it would sort of add the mortar back into it. Like if one tree was more for the mortar, one was for it to roam around on the map, and maybe like one of them just being a stronger tower or something. I don't know. I kind of would have preferred if it was an actual tower rather than a hero, just because there's more variety in that, and I feel like it would get more use as a regular tower rather than a hero. But anyways, I spent 1,000 to remove that watchtower thing in the middle, because I figured, hey, why not? That looks like a great place to put the tank hero, Captain Churchill, I believe his name is. And it would also be really cool if one of his abilities allowed him to like move, like, you know, because he's a tank, and you can see like tank treads on the map right there. So I think that'd be cool, like if one of his abilities allowed him to reposition or something. But alas, that is not something he can do, as far as I can tell, unless I'm forgetting something. But it is a pretty good tower. I don't think any of its abilities affect other towers, kind of like the Oben and Quincy. I think Quincy can. I don't remember if he can or not. But Oben and the other missile dude, Commander Jones, or Striker Jones, whatever his name is. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so the tank fires a giant missile. Well, not a giant missile, but like a piercing missile, which is kind of strange. Like it explodes as it hits the balloon, but I almost always see it just piercing right through them. I never actually see it like stop when it hits a clump or something. And as it levels up, one of its abilities or one of its levels grants it like a machine gun fire. So I'm pretty sure it can pop lead and black balloons and zebra. So I don't think there's any specific tower type or balloon type that it struggles against. I think it's alright. But it's mainly just an attack hero. Like I was saying before, it doesn't like improve the stats of other monkeys. And then here I realized like, oh no, I don't have camo detection. So just got that one there because it takes level 6 for the tank to get camo detection. So since I kind of placed him in a little bit late, since he is a bit more expensive than the other monkeys or the other heroes, I did need to wait for him to get camo detection. And I did want to just like pour all of my money into just the tank hero, but I didn't. Yes. It seemed more expensive than I wanted it to be, basically. Let's see, so almost around 30. And I like using the Alchemist to buff other towers. I'm not even worried about the Alchemist not being able to pop other balloons at the moment, like not having the range it needs. I really just wanted it to buff Commander Churchill, or Captain, I don't even remember, but because it also allows it to pop lead with its machine gun fire, and then I don't know if it affects any other type of can it pop a balloon or can it not, like if it can pop black balloons or anything because of the acidic mixture or the stronger brew or whatever. But anyways, so after not necessarily maxing, but basically maxing the Alchemist's assistance on it, I'm also going to throw in the Monkey Village to increase its attack speed with the jungle drums, as well as its range, just by using the Monkey Village, which I don't know if I mentioned it before in another episode, but I'm pretty sure for a while I thought that it didn't increase the range of other towers, and it was like completely useless just to place it down without upgrades. But apparently I was wrong in not paying attention. That yes, placing a tower within the range of a Monkey Village increases its range without any upgrades. That definitely makes sense. But anyways, I purchased the grow blocker kind of on accident. Like I intentionally purchased it, but I wasn't really thinking because it's not within range of the track. And it's not like it allows the towers to stop the Rego effect with their attacks or anything like that. Because I think I was going to go for the camo detection, but then I realized he already has camo detection and all that, so ta-da! I know that it was uneasy, but... and I do have monkey knowledge in the hero branch, but I don't remember what all the upgrades do. But yeah, the tank hero is powerful enough that with the support of the Alchemist and the Monkey Village, it can essentially solo at least up to around 40, and I'm sure it can solo quite a bit further than that. But yeah, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.